Are the Passport Brothers, aka the educated lames, in an emotionally abusive, toxic relationship with the black community? What's up, guys? I want you to take a listen to this story from Obsidian's podcast with Kosher Clinician yesterday. Okay, check out this story.
There's some people in the chat room that's really kind of going crazy. But let me get Nuruddin. Nuruddin with the $10 super chat. He says, "Hey, Obsidian, the kosher clinician is right. On my birthday, me and a couple of my friends were in a restaurant, and some black women walked in, and we tried to talk to them, and they embarrassed us." Right. He comes in with another $10 super chat and continues. When some busty Latinas and busty Brazilians and busty baby dolls saw what happened to us, they came over to our table and asked if I was okay and paid for the dinner and embraced me in their arms. Yes. He comes with another $10 super chat. He says, "Obsidian, and for that, those same black women saw that and called us race traitors. One called me a race traitor to my face on my birthday." Right. Your response to any of that?
Well, it is, yeah. You know, T.D. Jakes, he was talking about men have a need to pour into. But you can't pour into broken vessels. I did a show on it last night. Check it out if you get time.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not surprised by it, Obsidian, at all. I'm not surprised by it. It's the lack of self-awareness with these women. They're not mature because, see, I told women in the past, Obsidian, in order for a woman to be the best version of herself for the office of marriage, she have to have the mind of a soldier. I'm going to say it again. She have to have the mind of a soldier if she's going to be ready for the office of marriage. Because
okay, so you heard the story, and I'm not sure how many of you can identify with a story like this, but either you can personally or you know of stories. And what a lot of Passport Brothers have tried to do is be the right guy, be the good guy for the women, the black women in their lives. And for a lot of men, you've been through situations where not only were you turned down, but you were embarrassed in a way that was very difficult to deal with. And not only were you embarrassed, but you were also expected to get embarrassed and to eat it and to continue to be supportive of the black community. And it's a very interesting point that Kosher Clinician brings up in his follow-up, is that you have to be for a woman to be the kind of traditional woman that a man is looking for. She has to be a vessel that is ready to be filled. And I will leave it to you guys to see if you've been dealing with guys or women who are vessels to be filled. Now let's check out the second part of this story, because I think this is really interesting. We got the chance to actually hear the rest of the story from the live. So check out the rest of the story.
Brothers get them passports and train tickets. Nuruddin comes back with another.
Okay, so this is Nuruddin, and he's going to come on live. Check this out.
Saying they want a chocolate, delicious, scrumptious black man. If I can find the video, I will send it to you. I will send it to you right now. Let me see who else we have here. While I got it, Nuruddin comes back with another $10 super chat. He says, "Obsidian just sent you the video, and guess what? Good brothers, they are coming for you. Those busty Latinas and busty Brazilians want to embrace you in their bosoms. Be ready for it, fellas."
Okay, so what we're seeing here is we're seeing a receptiveness to those discarded brothers, and I guess you could call them the Passport Brothers, but really they're guys who have been discarded by, because if we're honest, most black men have attempted at their very early stages to date other black women. And if you're not the athletic, football, tall looking, super handsome chick magnet, you've probably dealt with the rejection. But let's hear the story, because he's going to come on live and we're going to get to hear him make his own comments about what actually happened.
Yeah, and speaking of the devil, Nuruddin, you're on the air. I'm sticking. You're on the air with me and Coach Clinician. Go right ahead.
Hey, Coach Clinician, how you doing, man?
What's up, brother? What's going on, man?
Yeah. The thing about it is that on my birthday, I was really embarrassed. I didn't think that could happen. And you know what's so messed up? Those same black women that didn't want guys like us will be the same one that say they love you. So I don't have to worry about a busty Latina telling me that they are that call me a race traitor. It's the black women that will tell you that they love you to your face and stab you in your back.
Right.
And yet we're supposed to be the ones. We're supposed to be the ones to get on this stuff. I'm like, nah, man, nah. What happened to me? That was like the last straw. I mean, I thought that I couldn't lose any hope for the sisters. When it happened on my birthday, and the worst part was they called me a race traitor to my face on my birthday and embarrassed me in the restaurant. It got to the point where we had to leave.
Right. Well,
So the reason why I titled this video, "Are Passport Brothers Walking Away from an Emotionally Abusive Toxic Relationship?" What you're seeing in this story is this is a young gentleman who he actually approached the black woman first. He wanted to start a relationship with the black women, or at least introduce himself. He attempted to give them the right of first refusal. And not only was he turned down, but he was turned down in a very toxic way. And then when a different woman came to alleviate the situation, it blew up even further and he became a race traitor. And that by definition is emotionally abusive and is toxic. You don't want me, but you don't want anyone else to have me. That is emotionally abusive. And I think that this is something that a lot of the passport bros have dealt with, and it is a lot of guys have had their enough moment. I can't do it. I have done my best. I have tried. I can't do it. Now, I want you guys to listen to what Culture Clinician has to say about this one, because this is good stuff here. This is good stuff. Okay, check this out here.
right.
And yet we're supposed to be the ones. We're supposed to be the ones to get on this stuff. I'm like, nah, man, nah. What happened to me? That was like the last straw.
Last straw.
I mean, I thought that I couldn't lose any hope for the sisters. When it happened on my birthday, and the worst part was they called me a race traitor to my face on my birthday and embarrassed me in the restaurant. It got to the point where we had to leave.
Right. Well, I'm not surprised, man. They have this spurious notion. And in research we call it spurious. Spurious is a term that they use if there's another variable that appears. So they got this spurious notion that the black men are monoliths.
All black men are the same.
They own us.
Black women own black men.
And if we do anything outside of the matriarchy, then, you got to answer to the queen bee.
And if we act any way that is not approved of by the matriarchy, we have to we have to answer for our transgressions.
And so
You mean,
I'm not
be a race trader?
Right.
Like I was.
Right. Remember, you're a drone and she's the queen. So you're supposed to do what the queen say. You don't supposed to be an independent thinker. You're supposed to do what the queen bee says. And so if you go outside of it, it's an issue. But however, when black women marry white men, they say, "You go, girl."
You go, girl.
Black. But when black men do it, then all of a sudden you're a race traitor. I had a person. I've heard.
Okay, so you've heard that, right? So when I talk about an abusive relationship, it's okay that I break the rules, but you are not allowed to break the rules. It's okay that I can do certain things, but you're not allowed to do certain things because you are subservient to me. You are the drone and I'm the queen. And you're seeing educated brothers with passports, passed over guys, educated lames say, I can't play the game anymore. And the shame and the finger pointing and the name calling is coming after that. Let's check out this story because I think this is all really interesting.
Women in the past, saying that men are dealing with Afro-Latin women, and they get mad. So I'm not surprised at it, man. Not surprised at it at all. I tell men to live your lives on your own terms and do it based on the concept of self-determination. That's a concept that's in the code of ethics that we use. The clients have the right to self-determination, but you can look at it outside of the clinical and just say it in general. Clients have the right to self-determination to live their lives on their own terms.
You see that? You have the right to live your life on your own terms. So in ending, I want you guys to understand that this is not a video about about tearing down black women. It is certainly not that. But what we are seeing is that there's this shame, this kind of expected behavior for the responsible, educated black men who care about the black community, that you're supposed to act in a certain way, and if you don't, you are going to face the consequences for it. And we've heard a lot of that in the 90s or in the Oprah, and black men need to stand up because all black men are the same, or black men don't do what they're supposed to. They haven't built the community, and that's not something that one black man can do by himself, or that if black men choose to date other women while black women are doing the dating outside, it's okay for black women to do it, and it's heralded, but when black men do it, it's an affront to the race. We've had 3 decades of that, and here we are, and we're seeing brothers, we're seeing educated brothers, we're seeing passport brothers say, hey, I can't play this game anymore. So that's why I ask, is it an emotionally abusive relationship? Kind of looks like it. Until the next video, guys.